Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're back with another Minecraft client review video. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded anything, and especially uploaded a Minecraft hack client review, but we are back. We're going to start the comeback off with reviewing BleachHack. This was requested by one of you guys from my Discord server, so thank you so much for your suggestion. If you guys have any other clients you want me to review, take a look at, definitely let me know. Contact me however you can, the Discord, YouTube comments, whatever works for you, and I will be sure to take a look at whatever client you want me to review. But yeah, let's just start off by looking at the BleachHack main menu. So what's really unique about this client is it's got like a little window thing you can move in here. I know that's probably not that complicated to do, but it's kind of a cool little feature. So you can move around your little menu, which is pretty cool. You've got an account manager, so for all your alt accounts, bot accounts, stuff like that, just right in the main menu, really easy to access. You can also access the Click GUI straight from the menu, so that's pretty cool. Options, this is for the BleachHack options, not Minecraft options. Then you've got your credits for BleachHack, so all the cool people that have made BleachHack right here. And yeah, let's just get right into the actual review now. Okay, so we are in Minecraft now. Let's start by opening the Click GUI. We'll obviously skip over the basic features, all the stuff that we normally review, like ESP. Obviously, we obviously know what ESP is. You can see all the mobs there. All that stuff is customizable, but I will turn it on just so you guys can see it for yourself, see how it looks on this client. Obviously, it has all the settings here you can mess with and all that, so just keep that in mind as I'm reviewing stuff, as many of you know. But we're going to go over some of the more unique features and some of the features that I haven't seen in many other clients, because there's actually a lot of stuff here that I haven't seen. I don't know if it's new now because it's been a while since I've reviewed, but there's some pretty cool stuff in this client. So let's just start off with something cool, something that I think is really cool. In the exploits list right here, you can see auto bedrock break. So it automatically does the bedrock exploit glitch thing to remove it. So if you put bedrock down here, and let's say you have all the required materials to do the glitch, you need to obviously have that. I'm in creative mode, but you'll need to have however many amount of the item you need in survival mode to do all that, whatever mode you're in. But for creative, you can just do this, open this back up, click on auto bedrock exploit, and you'll see it'll highlight whatever block you're looking at. Obviously, you need to be looking at bedrock. Then you will just right click, it'll automatically set it up, and then you have to be able to reach up above and it will auto place all that. And then it should remove the bedrock. Sometimes it doesn't work though, so you just need to retry it because it is obviously an exploit. So we'll just retry it here. Sometimes it does work first try though, or not at all. Turn on this, click there, and there you go. So that time it did work. That took a little bit of tries. I made a new piece of bedrock. I don't know what was going on with that spot, but that worked first try. So I'm not really sure how that exploit works entirely, but this little piece of bedrock didn't really work, but this one did first try. So I don't know if that's just how it was laid out or something, but there's a lot of bedrock in Minecraft, so I'm sure you can find a block to break. But yeah, that's auto bedrock break in the exploits tab. That's pretty cool, very unique. In clients, it'll just auto build that for you. Speaking of auto build as well, this client does have an auto build option in world. So let's just say we wanted to build an iron golem. So let's get the required stuff for an iron golem. We need a block of iron and a pumpkin. And now let's say we open the client and click on auto build. You'll see it comes with like this kind of little schematic thing of where you're placing it. So if I just right click, it'll automatically build it. So it is pretty cool. You can see I'm just clicking once, just right clicking once, and it'll auto build the whole thing that I'm placing. There's obviously other things you can auto build in here. So you've got snow golems, a nomad hut for anarchy. Got a nomad hut, bombers, so you can build auto bombers and all that. You obviously need all the required blocks here though, so like detector rails, slam blocks, observers, and then the coral and all of that stuff. So you just will need to have that in your inventory. And if you don't have it in your inventory and you try and do it, you can't. And yeah, so just be aware of that. That's auto builded though. Pretty cool. Ambience, this is just the normal sky changer, all of that stuff. You can change lots of stuff on here, weather, overworld, nether, and all of those options in ambience. That's just the normal sky changer in most other clients. So pretty cool. It's in Bleach though too. Another cool feature in this client is arrow juke. So I don't know how useful this is, honestly, but it's really fun to watch in third person. So if we just go to survival here, we will, right here, okay. And we're gonna spawn a bunch of skeletons. I'm just gonna eat this so I don't die. But we're gonna turn on arrow juke, which it's on. And now we're gonna spawn a bunch of skeletons in to shoot at us. It's also daytime. I should have turned it to night, but they'll shoot at us, and I'm not moving my guy. So when they're shooting arrows at me, the client's auto dodging the arrows. It's pretty cool. I don't know if you'd ever use this like in a normal PvP or wherever you want to use this, but it's a really cool feature. I think you definitely don't see this in a lot of clients, so it's pretty cool to just watch your guy just dodge arrows, and it works pretty well. Sometimes you will get hit, like I got hit once, but other than that, it dodges like 90% of the time, so that's pretty cool. Another cool feature in this client, I'm not sure if this is a new thing now with clients once again, but support or surround, for example. We all know what surround is. It'll just place obsidian around you for crystal PvP, all of that stuff. But surround, a feature they have here, just a little sub feature, rotate and then mode. So you can change between modes here. You can either do client or server. Now I'm assuming this means how it syncs up. So if you want it to be like client sided or server sided, I think this is a really unique feature, and I think it also helps out a lot. So depending on whatever server you're playing on, or if you're just doing this in a survival world, whatever you're doing, you can do these modes here. So if you want it to sync up with the server, you can do that, or client. There's also Deoth Explorer, allows you to explore the world after you've died. This is pretty cool. I've never really, Death Explorer, not Deoth Explorer. But if I die here, let's kill. I am in creative. I don't even think, it's kind of weird I didn't spawn at world spawn though. Let me go to survival and try that. Still open that chest. I think it still thinks I'm dead. Hold on. I think we're having a problem here. Okay, there we go. I just had to turn it off and then I'm not dead anymore. So that's how you do that apparently. It just works a little weird in a single player world, I guess. Or it was working as intended and I didn't know what I was doing. Probably that. But let's get a chest here. Let's showcase this. So Ghost Hand. You can open chests through blocks like that. So as you can see, I'm highlighted on the block and it's still opening the chest. That's pretty cool. I don't know if that'll work in servers. I don't think it will, but it might. You guys can always give that a try. So that's a pretty cool feature. All of this stuff, reach, rotation, snaps. I'm assuming this is the best used in a keybind situation. So if you quickly press a keybind, it'll quickly turn you whatever yaw pitch you set or whatever settings are here. So that's pretty cool. I haven't seen that in a lot of clients. There's obviously kill aura, crystal aura, criticals, all the basic stuff. Bowbot, this automatically shoots enemies like it says. We'll just show it for fun. Let's get a spawn egg thing. Obviously all of this is configurable, so you don't have to aim at mobs if you don't want to. But if we aim in, it will auto shoot. I don't know how well it's working. I haven't configured this at all, but that is cool. Let me see the configs actually. Yeah, so you can configure how much you want it to charge. It doesn't look like you can configure when to release the arrow. I'm assuming it just auto guesses that, but it wasn't really working out very well there. But it is a feature, so if you want it, you can have it. Auto log stuff there. All of this is pretty basic. X-ray in this client works a little differently. You can see the outlines of the world around you, which I think is pretty cool, like the opacity of it, and you can obviously change that opacity as well right here. So if we went to like 191, and then we have to turn it on and off again, you can see it more visibly now. So that's a pretty cool feature. You don't see that a lot in X-ray stuff. Normally it's just basic X-ray. but this is pretty cool. So yeah, this is also a fabric mod. So I'm not too familiar with fabric mods. I'm normally Forge, but fabric's the new thing. I guess I'm getting old, but X-ray, so there's no baritone, I think is what I'm trying to say. Or maybe there is baritone for fabric. As far as I'm aware of though, I haven't really looked, but I don't know if there's baritone for fabric. So right now all you get is X-ray. But all you need is really X-ray unless you're a bot, which not a lot of people are bots. Zoom, this is like the Optifine zoom. So you can set it to a keybind and then you can configure how far you want it to zoom and all that. So that's pretty cool. You don't see that in a lot of clients either. All the exploits here, these are very, I don't know if some of these work. Obviously we tried the auto bedrock and that works. I'm assuming all of these work. They are kind of hard to test, some of these, like book crash. I'm not gonna try that right now. I'm sure it works because auto bedrock works, but you guys should definitely give it a go for yourselves and check it out. All of the exploits are kind of situational and definitely dependent on what server you're playing. If you're playing in a single player world, probably all of these will work, but just keep in mind if you are playing a server, not all of those will work. Miscellaneous, so Discord RPC, so I'll put it up on screen. We all know what this is. It just shows that you're playing BleachHack, so that's pretty cool. Entity menu, an interaction screen when you look at an entity, I think. I've never tested this. I also don't know how to use it apparently. An interaction screen when looking at an entity and pressing the middle mouse button. Okay, wait, hold on. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. You can view the pig. If you hold middle mouse, you can view the pig. You can like view its model. So that's actually pretty cool. That is a unique feature. Once again, I have no idea how useful this would be, but the fact that you can do it is pretty cool. There's a little baby zombie, and we can like move its head. I don't know if you're supposed to be able to like fully view it. The mouse movement's kind of weird. It's like inverted, but yeah, that's a cool feature for if you want to look at an entity. Maybe if you want to inspect a player's skin or something. That's why there's a players only thing right there. But entity menu, that's new. So mouse friend, what this does is just adds to the like client friends list for like crystal PvP, so you don't accidentally blow your friend up. So if you have that on and you middle click a friend, you will just be able to add them and they're on like the white list. So Kill Aura and Crystal Aura won't go for them. So that's pretty basic though. That's in a lot of clients. Notebot Stealer. We all know what Notebot is. Notebot's pretty fun. You obviously have to configure it and all of that stuff. But this client does actually have a thing that you can turn on. I forgot where it is, but you can actually get a little pop-up and it'll automatically download Notebot files. So that is pretty cool. I forgot what I did to get it like up, but it is a feature. I just don't know where it is. But you can pull Noteblock files from here. So like right here, save Notebot song. I just brought this up as like an example. But yeah, that's just an example of the fact that it does store files for Notebot and all of that stuff. Star GitHub, so you can support them on GitHub. That's a unique feature. It's also not very useful in terms of the client, but if you want to go send them some support, you can star his GitHub. Spammer, you can spam the chat. Peek shows you what's inside of containers without actually opening the containers. Panic turns everything off. Auto craft is pretty cool. If we pull out a crafting table here, right here, and we get some diamonds right here, and we get some sticks. I have it set to diamond sword, but you can set it to whatever you want. And then we do this, and it will auto craft however many diamond swords it can, depending on how much resources you have. You can edit the items here, so you can search, you can manually select the items that you want to craft. I just have it set to diamond sword, just for simplicity, to show you guys that it will spam craft all of those. So that is pretty cool. I don't see that in a lot of clients actually. That's the same with auto grind. You can automatically grind enchants off items. I'm assuming that works in the kind of the same way. Auto build we went over. Air place. This allows you to place blocks mid-air. So like that, I just summoned the block in mid-air like that. Pretty cool. You don't see this in a lot of clients. I highly doubt this will work in servers, but in single player, it is pretty cool that I can just place blocks mid-air like that. That's pretty cool. So that's air place. And that's pretty much it for this client in terms of unique features. There's obviously all the stuff we didn't go over is pretty standard in all clients. I'm just looking for new features right now. I think we went over everything that's unique in this client. So that's pretty cool. That was the BleachHack review. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, make sure to also tell me what clients you want me to review next, because I'm always looking for new clients to review now. I am willing to get back into reviewing Minecraft clients. I have a special setup to do everything now. With this client, it's obviously open source, so I'm not too worried about this client. But some of the clients, some of the paid clients, or clients people create that are just EXEs, then come with an installer, I have a setup to personally test those now, so I can analyze them and see what they do. So that's pretty cool. If you want videos like that, that could be cool. I mean, that's kind of a lot of effort, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I want to do that. But for right now, I'm just getting back into standard client reviews. So definitely let me know what you guys want to see, and I will review it. But yeah, with that, that was BleachHack. All the links will be in the description down below. Have a good one, guys, and I hope to see you in the next video. See you later, guys.